Welcome back, everybody. This is Cosmic Goose. In the last part, we did a bunch of stuff with green Wrigglies and blue Jigglies and a girl named Rachel. And in this part, it is time for us to carry on with the best story arc in the game. And then once that's done with, we're basically done with the game. We'll have one or two more quests to wrap up afterward. 2 or 3 more quests to wrap up afterward. And then we will have the penultimate quest. The Legend of... I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I can't tell you what the name of the last quest is going to be. But we need to go back to Domina and meet a good friend of ours. Hello, sir. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm looking for a friend. Offer to go with him. I would be grateful, but you should stay away from us or else. Come on, let's go. He's grateful. Doodle-doo! And that jangle means we found something important, and that sparkle means we found something important, and that means we found something important. I just felt like I might get left behind. Are you going somewhere? Should I stay here? That's not fair. We could say, so is this place. This is the smoothest way to pick up chicks ever. Tell them they're dangerous places. She's in need of things like a home and a family. So now we have Elazul with us. However, there will not be a whole lot of combat being done in this quest. But we are looking for Elazul's friend. Now, I don't believe that Elazul has many friends. That's just a thing that I think is true. So, I have no idea who this person could possibly be. But there are only a certain number... Oh, that's where I was trying to get with that. Elazul's friends basically consist of the remaining Jumi that are still alive. Obviously, their whole entire race. Hello! Look, we did it! Hey! How many times must I tell you, dirt? But you're just dirt. I don't know how many of you guys remember her. I don't know why I keep saying that. I don't know why I keep saying I don't know a lot. But I'm sure you guys remember. We talked to her when we were trying to return all of these students to school. Now I believe after you watch that scene, you want to change the day. Hello. We'll be open all night, so you can stay here if you like. Stay. I had to tidy the place up in the morning, so I'll close shop for a bit. Is that alright with you? Sure. Well, good night then. So, Gnome Day, and we need to go to Academy of Magic because that girl that we just saw in that little scene was a student at the Academy of Magic, and I told you to remember her name, Esmeralda, I think it was. I don't even remember her name. But guess what that sounds kind of like? Oh, do all students have this day off? Oh, mother of all the... Seriously, of all the luck. All the luck. Maybe she's in the library. Oh, look, there she is. I wonder if we can talk to her here. Probably not. Hello. I can't wait. Something's wrong. We should come back later. Okay, well, we need to go change the day again. Anyway, her name is Esmeralda, Mr. Rubens, Ruby, Esmeralda, Emerald, Elazul, Lapis Lazuli, Pearl. That one's obvious. I don't think we've met any others yet. We might have. But then again, maybe not. Will we open all night? Stay. I have to tidy up the place in the morning. Is that alright with you? Sure. Well, good night then. So, hopefully she is no longer off school and we can go talk to her. Because this quest is basically just talking to her on the correct days until something important happens, and then it's going to drastically shift to something else. Hello? Hello? Oh, look, she responded to me. And oh my goodness, I'm on a quest looking for other Jimmy. See, he's not really looking for friends. He's looking for Something's wrong with that instructor. Her hobby is collecting girls' hair. She's after mine, too. What a weirdo. I got class today. Let's meet in the library. Maybe Gnome or Undyne Day. So, Gnome or Undyne Day are the 2 days that she has off from school. So that's the reason why you need to keep switching the days so that you can, you could talk to her out of the classroom. I don't think you need to do it too often. However, if you don't witness that scene when she's off work or off school, you have to switch it one extra time. Basically, you need to talk to her once, and then a scene. You need to talk to her once, and if you talk to her once before you got Elazul, it's fine. But if you talk to her while in school with Elazul, she'll tell you to do something on a different day. And then, I didn't even check to see what day it is. What day is it? I'm just gonna go to the library and pray that it's an Undyne Day. It's probably not. Oh well. What was I saying? I don't remember. Yeah, it's not. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, it must be a Dryad Day then. I just completely lost all train of thought. My head is still killing me. I should probably, take a break after these 2 quests. I'm going to start doing quests by the handful now, because I'm getting pretty close to the end, and even if they end up, these parts end up running along for a little bit, these quests are pretty short, so they shouldn't. I think this might actually be the longest of the quests that we have left to do, as far as the Jumi storyline is concerned, as well as the quests after that. To be honest with you, this quest actually might be, I might not have been lying to you guys just now. This might be the longest quest we have left, aside from the cap of the Jumi storyline, because obviously that's going to take a while, because it needs to, because it's fantastic. Quiet, Dirt, this isn't war, you don't have to shout. And we remember this asshole, he's still being an asshole. He thinks all Jumis are dirt because they gave up their magic powers and went into hiding. And we kicked, Elazul kicks the crap out of him. Because the truth and fewer people will be after my core. It's something I want to ask. Did you see anyone who looks just like me? I saw someone. You lie, I can read people's minds, you can't lie to me. Just kidding, looking for someone? Sorry, let me be alone for a while. Okay, so you have to, you have to change the day one more time to a day that she has classes, and then change them back again, because we need to give her some time. But that white floating text means that we have officially started this quest. Now, I've never mentioned this before, but when you have a quest, it's generally a good idea to keep going with the quests that you're going on, because some of the quests, or actually a lot of the quests, you will end up failing if you don't finish them, or if you start another quest while you're doing the quest that you're on. So, if you're trying to get all the quests done, just don't start a different quest. It's the best advice I can give you. Other than that, there are certain criteria for starting other quests and failing quests. Like, I believe every time I've mentioned what causes you to fail a quest, like talking to someone or not giving the Dub Bears Halo coins, for instance. So, you look troubled. But what's his face is being the teacher. Ooh, she has a favor of me. Oh, jeez. So let's go back on a Gnome or Undyne Day. I believe the next day should be Gnome, and then hopefully the day after that is a Dryad Day. Because that'll be important for us. Because there's something you need to do on a Dryad Day. Wow, this quest is actually taking a lot longer than I was expecting it to. I don't remember there being quite this much setup. Oh, it's Aura Day, of course it is. So let's go change the days one more time. One more time! Stay. I'll have to tidy up. Sure. Good night then, even though we just woke up. Gnome. Excellent. So even though we didn't really need to run all the way around, because we end up back in the same central plaza, and it probably didn't even save us that much time, I still did it anyway, and you can't stop me because it's in the past. So let's go to the library to see what she has to say. Oh my goodness, every single time. Every single time. Every single time. You there, what do you have to say? Thank you so much for coming. So what can we do for you? First, let me explain. I ran away from the Jumi City and was taken to the academy. Florina! Alright, so we know of not one more Jumi. Florina healing. The Jumi City, her power of healing was no more. In the chaos, I was torn from my sisters. So the Nunu Magica, he's been interfering. No, Mr. Nunuzak has taken me in instruction. He would wait until a night. But he's already a knight. You can't two-time. And he can't protect people. So I've been instructed with protecting this young lady. And that guy, even though he's an evil person, I have, he likes my funky red hood. And let's be honest, who doesn't? Where to? Don't worry, my sisters will soon be drawn to my core. We will see them soon. So, now we need to go on, essentially, a scavenger hunt to the location of the 3 cores. I know where 2 of them are off the top of my head. I don't know where the 3rd one is, although I do have a guess. So let's go to the jewelry shop and see if there's any of them here, because that'd probably be the first place to look. Deathbringer. There's gotta be some magic. You already stopped Deathbringer. Get back to class. What's the sword? Don't talk like a sissy. You're different from Pearl. Excuse me, don't deal in Jumi cores here. Well, that's good. I don't know, there were Jumi in this city. That's ominous. I believe there's one in here. I might be thinking of a different quest. Yeah, I am. Is there one in here? Please step up to the counter. Do you have anything like this? Sparkle. Do you have any? No, of course not. I thought as much. Just a hunch, I guess. But, little do we know. I believe I know where the last one is, and sorry for the silence there. When I say I believe I know where the last one is, what I really mean is I just checked where the last one is. So let's go get that one first. And when I say last one, I mean the one that I didn't know off the top of my head where it was. Have you seen a jewel like this? Well, have you ever seen a jewel like that, Sotheby? And then of course he has to slowly waddle over, and we can look in the warehouse where we will actually be meeting someone. The Jumi core will only bring you misfortune. More omens! Oh my goodness, you weren't down here earlier. Let's talk to you. If we can. Lady Diana! Do not call me that. I am a Jumi no longer. Now this is actually, I believe Rubens mentioned her in his quest a while ago. The last Jumi with the power to heal was Florina is dead. There's no way to bring us back. I won't give up. Take your sister's core and leave this place. The Jewel Hunter will come. I summoned her here. Oops. I'm the leader of this race. So Diana is another Jumi. She is obviously a diamond. And we have one of the cores that we need. And she believes that the Jumi will cry again. Diana is sacrificing herself as the leader of the Jumi, because it is much more important that their race dies out than any more harm comes to the world. Because I haven't really gotten into the mythology of the Jumi very much, and I don't think I will until the next part, because I'm pretty sure it gets explained better than I can, although I keep just flying through the text anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's see if you have anything new to say. Please step up to the counter, please. Hello, you can stay here if you like. Stay. Clean in the morning. Yeah, of course it is. We always say the exact same thing. Hopefully it's a dryad day. It's not. But let's go down to here, see if there's any cores here. Stay with me a little longer. I don't really remember how to get Tipo to give up his Jumi core. I think we might need the other two first. So let's just keep changing the days, because the next core that we need to get can only be gotten on a dryad day, because it's in a certain someone's office, and we're not allowed to just go puttering through it unless they aren't in their office, because he is one of the professors at the Academy of Magic. So we need to go talk to him, and this quest is taking so much longer than I was expecting. I apologize for lying to you, but I'm probably going to end up only doing this quest in this part. If I change my mind about that, you'll obviously be able to see that, but I highly doubt it, because this is my head is not feeling any better, and it's taking a lot longer than I was expecting it to. So we found... No, you're a wonderful knight. Thanks for the compliment. Anyway, that's going to do it for that jewel. So we only have one left, because there are only 4 parts to a clover, and we have her is 1, and her 3 sisters are 3, and we found 2 of her 3 sisters, and they're all green. Which is weird. How many emeralds can they have? No, thanks. Enjoy your visit. Please step up to the counter, please. I think this is actually the part where we need to go back to the entrance of the town. There's a shed in the principal office, and one more place where the cores respawned. I bet it's in the coffee shop. Let's go see. Coffee shop is the cafe named Sorry Carl. I feel like that's a reference to something that I don't understand. I knew it was here. So she's found the last core. It's here. Oh, that's my emerald. This is my sister and I want her back. Blah blah blah. Gibberish. You're saying mean things for a dove. Come on, you're my knight. Fight for me. I'll fight. You mustn't strike a lady. Unless she deserves it. I'll just sit here and listen, and then I'll throw him out, and then she tells the story, and it fades to black, and lo and behold, he ends up crying, she ends up crying, and tears of healing. Take my tears if you want. They're just tea water, but they're pure. It has to be Jumi tears. Jumi tears are shards of light. That's why only tears can heal the Jumi. It's easy to go to the Jumi, put tears, and share them freely, but one day we couldn't cry anymore. My teacher said it might have been a survival instinct. Go on, take it. So basically, another thing important to mention. Oh dear, that doesn't look good. More ominousness. In Reuben. Oh my goodness. Seriously. We already knew that was going to happen. Says the lucky clover will be mine. What are we gonna do? Stay next to me. Thank you, Nicolaj, but I should go back to the academy. Hell, I will be careful, and you be careful too. So, obviously, when she probably needs us the most, she just runs off. But back in the Reuben's questline, Sandra kept trying to make him cry. And the reason is because Jumi tears bring life, and that's actually the reason why the war broke out, because everybody wanted that power. Obviously, if you can get a Jumi to cry, you can live forever. Back at the academy, I see, so you really aren't fit to be a Jumi Knight. Hey, it's not my fault. That's not how you protect the Jumi. Okay, well, we need to go get her. I believe you need to tell him that a note came. So, let's try this again. Alright, well, fine, fuck you. Back to the academy, then. We're too late. Oh, look who it is. She's been kidnapped by the jewel hunter. Jeez. Well, let's go talk to Eliza. We'll see if we can get him to help us, even though we don't really need it. I had a bad feeling about this. Let's look for Esmeralda. Let's go look. Let's go look. Sorry about that. I just I'm slowly losing my mind and my back hurts and my head hurts and my Achilles tendon hurts. So I feel like they're down here. Oh look, it's Diana and Esmeralda. Where did you take her? I am the one who is once called Diana, the Jumi in the city. Young Jumi Knight, can you save her? Then I will leave it to you. And Diana teleports us to where we have to go. And the fade out to boss battle music indicates we're clearly in the right spot. And remember how I said you better become a fan of these bosses because you're going to be fighting a lot of them? Yeah, this is basically the only boss we're going to be seeing for a very long time. Just different colorations of this boss because it's a jewel beast and it's based off... Oh my goodness. I never noticed the thing in the middle, like by its carapace above its base. Right there where my axe was. I've never noticed that before. Wow. Anyway, still pretty easy boss. And over there, we will watch the scene unfold with another one of my favorite songs. And Sandra is still trying to get the Jumi to cry. And she took Esmeralda's pearl, or Esmeralda's gem, and she explodes into, stuff. Wow, that quest took a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought it was just a simple fetch quest. Like, fetch these gems and do all that stuff for revenge. Bring your guardian hero with you. I will tell you then. I will give you this proof as my promise. Aishi Platinum, we do not need that. And Diana teleports us away once again to my home. And she's sleeping in our house. And that's the end of that quest. So I did lie to you guys. I'm not going to be doing the next part. I just am not really feeling it right now. Plus there's a lot of distractions around me. Plus I kind of just want to go relax, watch YouTube, and play some Nintendo. So we're going to talk to our cactus and call it an episode there. And Eliza is still following us. But not anymore. Okay, bye then. Yes, nobody really likes you anyway. Except for weird people on the internet. So let's talk to our cactus. See what he has to say about it. Little dirt clawed, that's not very nice. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I've been Cosmic Goose, and